I am Ticky's Trinket's older sister. I'm sure you've seen me in a few of her videos if you watch the AWA blog or the MomoCon blog. I thought I would do a sort of get to know me video tonight, since I hope to be posting on her channel a lot more often. And most of the videos I plan on posting will be me out with her or me out with friends, makeup videos, or book videos. So tonight I thought I would do the BookTube newbie tag. The first question is, why did you start this channel? This is not my channel, this is my sister's channel, and she started it to show off her absolutely amazing artwork, but it's slowly becoming a joint channel for just both of us to post videos about our interest. Question number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I don't know about how fun and unique I can really bring to YouTube. I guess the interesting thing I could do is I will probably mix a lot of my book videos with a lot of my makeup videos. Reading, writing, and makeup are three things I am pretty passionate about. I really love a good book, a good story, and the amazing things you can do with makeup are just fantastic. I mean, like, look, silver lips. I mean, who wouldn't want silver lips and gold eyelids and highlighter so bright you could signal flying saucers from space? Question number 3. What are you most excited about for this new channel? I'm most excited about just sharing my interests with other people who are into the same things. I love to read, I love seeing what other people are reading, I love to do makeup, and I love to watch other people do their makeup. Especially if not only is it a hobby, but like if it introduces somebody to a new interest or a new coping mechanism. For me, makeup tends to be a coping mechanism, or at least it started out that way. Okay, question number 4. Sorry, I keep looking down. Questions are on my laptop. Okay, why do you love reading? I actually started reading. I read a lot from the get-go, but it was mainly like, small children's books, here or there, required readings. Well, in 3rd grade, we had some quiet time, and my teacher was like, okay, you can all pick a book off the bookshelf. And I saw a book with a horse on it, and of course I was like a 10-year-old girl at the time. A 10-year-old at the time, so of course, like anybody, I was obsessed with horses. And there was a book called Black Beauty, and I started reading it, and next thing I knew, the reading hour had gone by, but I was only halfway through the book, so I asked my teacher if I could borrow it and take it home just to finish reading it. Much to my surprise, she took the book and wrote a heartfelt kind of message in it, which was surprisingly, because I'm not going to lie, me and that teacher did not get along. But she let me keep the book, long story short, and I was hooked from then on out. Like, just the way you could travel to a whole nother world and, like, kind of almost be a whole nother person by reading a story was simply amazing to me, and I've been reading ever since. I have exactly 7 bookshelves in my room right now, and that's still not enough shelves to hold all my books. Okay, question number 5. What book or book series got you into reading? The first book, as I said, was Black Beauty, but the first book series was actually, I have the books. Oh, I wish I'd brought them over here to hold them up. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm in my pajamas. It's 12 a.m. I'm not going to wear regular clothes when I'll be sleeping in 4 or 5 hours. The first book series to really get me into reading, besides Black Beauty, were these beautiful babies. My mother raised me and my sister on horror movies. And so when I found this in my elementary school elementary school, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, yeah, that was it. I was sold. I read the first one of these in like 30 minutes, and I immediately wanted to go back to the library to check them all out. And last year, because it's 2018, they came out with an unofficial sequel called Nightmare Soup, and this series already has 2 books and a 3rd book, which is like a collection of stories on their website, podcast. I'm not good on technology, but on their website called The Nightmare Society, and you can also buy that 3rd book and get those stories that have been posted there that weren't previously posted in a book. They're just absolutely amazing if you're a horror fan. I mean, they're meant for children, but like, I still read these things at least once a year on Halloween. Okay, next question. Number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Okay, my favorite booktubers are hands down Catty-tastic, Poland Bananas Books, and Jessie the Reader. And questions, Catty-tastic, this is gonna sound so like, I don't want to say shallow but crazy because it's not a book related question, but I would ask her where she got that amazing rainbow dress that she wore to BookCon, I think, or YALLWEST. Poland's Bananas Books. I mainly would ask her how she started out writing her novel. Like, where did the idea come from? And how did she actually sit down and start on it? Because I've been writing a book for forever, and it seems like every time I get anywhere, I backtrack. Jessie the Reader. I'm not really sure what I would ask him. I think I would ask him if he's ever read Knights of the Zodiac, because I know he's big into manga, and that's one of my favorites, and it seems like not many people have read that one, at least around where I live, so that would be something I would like to know. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? At this point in time, I think just the hardest will be recording videos and posting videos, and me and my sister finding a balance on who's posting when and stuff like that. Question number 8. When did you start reading? I've been reading since I was a wee little lass, like probably since I was like at least 5, if not younger, but I really got into it when I was 10. Question number 9. Where do you read? I read everywhere and anywhere. I read in bed, I read in the car, I read at work on my phone on my lunch break. I read, I'm trying to remember what else. I read in my room. This is my little reading nook with all my little plushie guys. I read in my front yard if it's a cold enough day. I read everywhere. Okay, the last question is, what kind of books do you like to read? I mainly like to read young adult. I just find them more enthralling than most books, more entertaining. But I will read almost anything. I've read non-fiction, I've read fiction, I've read fantasy, I've read horror. I like to read manga books, I like to read graphic novels, I like to read comics. I've read long books, I've read short books, I've read independent authors. I love to read. Some of my favorite books are the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark series, the Daughters of the Moon series, the Sons of the Dark, the Dresden Files novels I absolutely adore. I'm a huge fan of the Click series, which is a middle grade series by, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but it's either Lisa Harris or Lisa Harrison. I'm not too good on last names. I also really like to read Chicken Soup for the Soul books. Mainly nowadays, I used to read the teen books, but mainly nowadays I read the Christmas books. I read them mainly from the month of November until January 1st. And then I put them away until next year. But I do really enjoy to read them. And yeah, so that's the booktube. That's the booktube newbie tag. And hopefully you'll see more videos from me soon.